Show. We've got a great one for you. We've got a 68-page report. Oh my. And it's going to tell you the fundamental cryptos that are going to be used. If you're brand new, and a lot of people are, and they come to Crypto Hulk channel, you're going to want to know what this report is, which cryptos. They probably talk about 5 of them. And there's companies, real world companies that are utilizing these crypto already. We're going to get into that. We're going to look at some basics on what crypto the world's going to run on. So that's what we're going over today. We're going to start with that report. And there's some big projects getting launched, and we're going to see what cryptos are involved. One of them we already invested in. It's called Centrifuge. I talked about that one about a month and a half ago. Some of y'all dumped it and left it. You fucked up now because that crypto is going to be massive. We're going over that one today too. My name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. Don't buy anything I say. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. Don't do anything. Before every show, I get super fucking high, higher than you can believe. Cocaine, heroin, any kind of drug. I'm always high 24/7 on drugs. So any kind of financial advice that you think you got from me, you just fucked up. All right. Now let's look at what we got here. Let me see. Okay, here is a report. Let me shorten this report. Okay. Now, what we have is, this is from the GBBC, Global Blockchain Business Council. It's a 68-page report, and it goes over cryptocurrency in the future. I haven't read this report. I'm not going to, because I kind of already know what it's probably going to say. There's no startling news. There's no brand new crypto on this. What they're going to show you is what cryptos they're going to use. A lot of us already own these. If you're brand new, this is why I'm showing this report. I'm going to briefly go over the report. The GBBC Risk Mitigation Framework Report, developed by the Global Blockchain Business Council in collaboration with Oliver Wyman, serves as a pivotal industry-led initiative aimed at facilitating the safe and scalable adoption. So what we have here, everybody, we're showing you that crypto will be adopted. Okay, now I know that the Whitehouse has reviewed this report. This kind of industry-wide report will be reviewed by the White House. That's 100%. They're not going to be like, oh, we're not going to read that one. Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Because with the President Trump, my President Trump is going to have his crypto people look over this. You know, all the people at the OCC are looking over this, the CFTC, the SEC, and every other C involved in the government. They're looking at the what? Safe and scalable adoption. Everybody, they're getting ready to adopt crypto. Are you in the right cryptos? Will your crypto have a fundamental use in government and in daily life? I mean, look at certain cryptos. Do you really think they're going to be fundamentally used? Will they change the world? What we're looking at here is we're talking about safe and scalable adoption of public blockchain technologies. They're getting us mentally ready. They're telling us they're going to have public blockchains. Are you positioned in the right ones? On my channel, we go over a lot of different kinds of cryptos with use cases and connections and stuff. If you watch Crypto Hulk channel, you'll know which cryptos. Later, we're going to hear about one of those cryptos, Centrifuge, okay? Not in this article necessarily, but we went over cryptos I talk about them. Now you choose to pump them and dump them and leave them. And then all of a sudden, fuck, now they're worth 33 cents, 50 cents. Well, Crypto Hulk, yeah, well, you wanted to make your little $500 and now you just lost out. You could have made 10,000. Let's look right here. Providing, the document addresses a critical gap in existing risk management practices by providing financial institutions with a structured approach. What this report is going to do is give banks, institutions, governments a structured approach to identify, assess, and mitigate non-financial risks associated with public blockchains, both permissionless and permission. The report's core objective, this whole paper, the purpose of this paper is to integrate blockchain-specific risks into established enterprise risk management and non-financial risk frameworks. Therefore, promoting regulatory acceptance, institutional participation, and a broader innovation in the financial system. While this report does not explicitly name Ripple or its native digital XRP, its comprehensive analysis of blockchain's transformative potential. This report is showing you how the transformation of blockchain is going to occur, how a transformation of the old money system, okay? And there's some very key cryptos that are involved in this project that we're going to go over. There's some businesses involved in this project that we're going to go over that you should seriously consider looking into. Whatever cryptos I talk about here in a few minutes, they're a part of the whole system, okay? Particularly in areas like interoperability. This report talks about how your crypto has to be interoperable. Cross-border transactions. There's one crypto that I know of, XRP, that's all about interoperability, cross-border transactions, digital asset efficiency. It's very efficient. The report doesn't mention the cryptos specifically right here, but we know which ones that is, okay? It's not that tough to figure out. They can't come out and just say which ones they're going to use. They're not going to do that fucking shit. That's stupid. Directly underscores the future value of technologies like Ripple's payment protocol and XRP. Fast international payments. Let me look here. The report is structured into several key sections. An executive summary, that's one. 5 key takeaways, context, scope, reference methodology, detailed risk categorizations, discussions on private permission blockchain and security tokens, a path forward, and appendices with risk matrices and a glossary. Let me look here. There's 5 key takeaways. I'll tell you what. Let me get into these cryptos here. They talk about risk. They're talking about risk in crypto because that's a big deal. You got to have a crypto that's not susceptible to a 51% hack like Bitcoin. You got to have cryptos that are interoperable. These kinds of things. We know a lot of them that on this channel. We know a lot of what those cryptos are. They're talking about security tokens in this article. Phase 2. Okay, now, who's going to be involved in this report? The information in this report, where's it going to go? Well, one of the places is the Whitehouse. the White House is referenced in this report, okay? So the White House is going to be reading this report. Let's understand that. The White House is referenced for issuing the executive order on ensuring responsible development of digital assets, highlighting the impact of digital assets on finance. Now, Luxembourg, the country of Luxembourg, pops its head up again. It's always in the most important circles. Luxembourg, the country, is referenced in this report for its regular. Now, there is a crypto. There's a crypto for Luxembourg, like the bank and all that. I can't remember the one exactly right now. I'm pretty sure I own it. But Luxembourg is referenced for its regulatory framework, including the role of a control agent in overseeing digital security issuance and ownership tracking. So the country of Luxembourg is being used as a role model in this report, okay? Now, we've talked before about this, and I want to tell you something. You've got somebody who makes crypto videos. Hold on a minute. Mr. Lucky says, I can smell my Porsche GT3 RS already. It's coming. I'm going to show you on this report which cryptos, and we all kind of know which ones they are. There's one here I don't quite like at all, but it's in here too. But let me keep reading. So let me look. You've got, okay, now I've told you before, some cryptos, here's what I just believe. Some cryptos, just like banks, we've got JP Morgan Bank, right? Okay. It has been deemed systemically important for the survival of the United States. There will be banks. There are banks. There are crypto right now. There will be crypto that are systemically important for the survival of the United States. This article here talks about global systemically important banks. Part of the cross-sector working group contributing practical experience in managing blockchain risks and implementations. What we got going on here is certain banks, and some of these, there will be banks that come out of nowhere and become crypto banks that will be systemically important for the survival of the United States and the world. And guess what? There will be cryptos that are systemically important. I've been telling you guys this for 5 years. Don't overbuy your XRP and the XLM. There's a guy that makes crypto videos. I won't mention this clown's name. All he owns is XRP. That's a very, very reckless thing to do. I heard him say the other day, well, all I got right now in my holdings is XRP. I'm like, oh my God, that's so fucking stupid. So you probably don't even know who this guy is. He's a very small influencer. That is, wow. I told you already, with the ISO cryptos, don't overbuy those, please. Do not overbuy those. With XRP, don't overbuy it. No. That would be a very bad thing. If XRP, XLM, XDC, Hedera, blah, 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 all of them, don't overbuy them. I don't. I stopped at a certain amount. I haven't bought XRP for 5 years. I got a little bag of it, and I've had it. And if it goes to where it goes, I should have many, many, many millions from what I have. This other person has no other crypto. They admitted on their show, and I'm like, what? Are you serious? That's all bad. They're talking right here about globally systemic important banks. Guess what? There will be cryptos deemed systemically important for the United States. I'll tell you what, the government may take those. I'm just letting you know. I've been telling you for years now. Now, if they don't take it, great. But if they do, I know a crypto influencer who'll be fucking bankrupt because that's all that he has. And that's like the dumbest fucking shit you can tell people. That should, like right there, when that crypto influencer admitted the other day, they don't have, I don't have any positions right now too much except just an XRP. I'm like, oh my God, is that guy serious? Like, that's so fucking stupid. That's like the dumbest shit you could ever do. You know, all these rich banks, they own probably a little bit of everything. Like BlackRock owns a little bit of everything, you know. I got about 20 different cryptos, and then on my software wallets on my phone and shit, I got maybe another 15, but that's just like not even. But my core is 20. My 15 other ones are just my play, fun, money, crypto shit, whatever, not a big deal stuff, not holding my breath for it. Also in the report, it talks about multilateral development banks, part of the cross-sector working group contributing practical experience in managing blockchain risks and implementations. You want to talk about risk is when you only own like one crypto, and that's XRP. That's the dumbest fucking shit. Like, that's reckless. You should turn around and run from that channel, okay? Or anybody that says, yeah, all I have is XRP. That's the dumbest fucking shit. Wow. If XRP is really determined systemically important by every country in the world, you're not going to be able to use that shit. It's done. They'll block it out to where your wallet, they'll blacklist your wallet. I'm just letting you know in advance. It doesn't do any good to split it from a central exchange to cold storage. On central exchanges, what they'll do is they'll seize it. And I've got some cryptos on Caleb Brown and stuff. Look, the government can do what it wants, all right? Caleb Brown, what's going to happen when the government says da-da-da? We think Caleb Brown said, oh, we're not going to listen to the government. We're going to protect your crypto instead. Do you really think that's their fucking answer? Please don't ask questions like that. That's so embarrassing. It's almost like when you're a little kid and you're in a group of people and you're like, Mommy, I have to go take a poo-poo. And everybody hears it and they start laughing because you look like the dumb little kid. Please don't ask questions like that. Like, what do you think Caleb Brown's going to say? Yeah, we're going to ignore U.S. law and commit felonies. Is that what the fuck are you asking a question like? That's so fucking stupid. Like, that person's not a Crypto Hulk fan. That's somebody else's follower. That's not one of my people on this show. We don't ask fucked up questions like that. In this article here, we've got Ava Labs, core industry leading working group contributor. Ava Labs is involved in this report as a what? Core industry leading working group contributor, providing practical experience and insight into blockchain risk management. Ava Labs is something you want to look into, okay? The next one, Cardano, one that I don't like at all, but I'm just telling you, core industry leading working group contributor, providing practical experience and insights into blockchain risk management. You have one of my favorites, Hedera Foundation. That's the crypto H-bar, okay? And all the hash pack and all that other H-bar cryptos and stuff. Hedera, which is H-bar, core industry, leading working group contributor to this project. There's 3. Well, looky right here. Ripple. Oh, shit. Core industry, leading working group contributor, providing practical experience and insights into blockchain risk management. There's your 4 right there. Who's involved in this project? Well, we have the European Banking Authority. So now I just read to you like 4 cryptos that are involved in this report that the White House will be reviewing and utilizing, and the White House is in collaboration with those 4 cryptos, Ava Labs, Cardano, H-bar, and Ripple. They're also linked up with the European Banking Authority. All of those are linked in. Are we seeing Ethereum Crypto Hulk? No, we're not. Are we seeing Cosmos in this? No, we're not. What about Chainlink Crypto Hulk? I'm not seeing it here, okay? That's all that I'm saying. Listen carefully to Crypto Hulk. Do not read into what I'm saying because you're going to end up with something fucked up, okay? I listed the 4 cryptos that are involved in this project. That's all that I'm saying. Crypto Hulk is very to the point. I don't need to speak around things. I just tell you what I need to tell you. Don't read into it. Don't add, does he mean this? What the fuck did I just say? Okay? When you start overthinking shit, that's when shit gets fucked up. Just go with what I say and stop right there. Don't start thinking more shit because you're going to end up all kinds of fucked up. Okay? Now, who's involved with this is the European Banking Authority. They're referenced for aligning guidance with the ORX taxonomy. The European Banking Authority is used as a foundational structure for classifying non-financial risks. That's what the ORX taxonomy helped this bank do. Now, there's something called ORX, which comes up in this report a lot. It's the Operational Risk Data Exchange Association. So now who also is involved in this? The Bank of International Settlements. This project is involved with the Bank of International Settlements. Why is that important? Because the Bank of International Settlements is a Ripple partner. Let me show you the evidence right here. Oh, shit. Is Ethereum part of that? No. Is Solana part of that? No. Now, for those of you that know, the World Bank also gives Ripple the XRP stablecoin status right here. That's just a side note. That's not a big deal. They're the only crypto that they said that about. We have to use facts on this channel. That's how we avoid getting fucked up, as we follow facts. So the Bank of International Settlements, why are they important? Well, they're a Ripple partner. The Bank of International Settlements is referenced for its views on tokenization, enhancing financial system. Also, the BIS co-authored the Principles for Financial Market Infrastructure, that's PFMI, which aligns the report's digital asset security control principles. Oh, look who else is involved. The International Organization of Securities Commissions. Let me copy this. I want to show you something here. The IO, let me show you. I can't repeat. The IOSCO. Let me look up something real quick. Ripple is a partner of the IOSCO. Let me try something here. I don't have... I know that Ripple, the IOSCO, Ripple's a partner with them. Ripple has joined. Let me type in a different search because Google's trying to hide shit. I have to use another search engine. Okay. I'm going to have to leave that one alone. You know what? Fuck it. Let me go to Grok. These search engines, they're so scared to have anything about Ripple. Like, fuck, dude, they try to hide all kinds of shit. what that what the IOSCO is, it's the World Securities Council. And I got Grok looking it up because two search engines that I looked in want to act like they don't fucking know the answer that I'm typing. Okay, Grok is taking too long. So I'm going to have to move on. We'll come back to this in a minute. So Ripple's involved with the IOSCO. I've done this before. I've showed it. I don't know why it's not showing up now. So you can kind of see the cryptos that are involved, the government regulatory agencies like banking authorities, Bank of International Settlements, the securities program, the global securities program that's involved here. Grok's still thinking. I'm like, wow, is it really that fucking tough? Let's look here. We're going to look up Clearstream is involved with this. I think Clearstream, I know, let me see if Clearstream, Clearstream is dealing with the DTCC. That's XDC. What if I put I'm not going to get into this one. I could study it. Clearstream has relationships with Ripple. Yeah, we'll skip that. Yeah, a company called Clearstream. They're big now. Euroclear is also mentioned in here. Let me take a look at Euroclear. I think they're with R3. Let me take a look. I'm almost positive. Okay, R3 Corda. Here we go. Jackpot. So now we got another crypto involved in this. They're not directly involved in this project, but I'm going to say that they are. This is the article right here. Here's the article's title, R3. So they use the crypto XDC. If you're brand new, XDC. It's like 8 cents. Highly recommend you look into that crypto, okay? Now, R3 Corda powers the first digital bond on Euroclear's digital financial market infrastructure. Euroclear is a part of this report that we're going over right now with the United States government. Clearstream, Euroclear, both of these are going to be they're definitely using XDC crypto, which is R3 Corda. Well, using the R3 Corda platform, more than likely, they'll be using the XDC crypto, okay? The DTCC is involved in this government project. This is massive. What the DTC is, they clear every single transaction with stocks, bonds, and all these things like that in the whole world. That's an R3 partner right there. Let me show you the evidence for that. They come out and just straight up tell you in this article that it's R3 Corda. They clear about $4 quadrillion a year. That is so massive. I can't even count how much that is. Here's the article right here. DTCC, Project Ion. Go to like the second little paragraph. DTCC has selected what crypto? R3 Corda. R3 Corda is a platform, and they use some different cryptos. The biggest one is XDC. So right here, the world, this is like the biggest clearing house for trading and that kind of stuff. It says in this article, I mean, who's working with them? Barclays, BNY Mellon, Charles, the biggest of the biggest banks. All of them go when they clear trades and stuff with all kinds of what do they call those? Derivatives and that kind of shit. It all goes through the DT. It doesn't get any bigger. It does not get any bigger than DTCC. And the crypto they utilize to facilitate transactions is the R3 Corda platform, and they're going to be using the XDC crypto. You got the World Banks involved with this project. The 68-page report, World Bank, and they just declare that Ripple's XRP is a stable coin, okay? Hoo-wee. You got the National Institute of Standards and Technologies involved in this project. MICA, Market and Crypto Assets, they're involved in this 68-page report. Their information is referenced. I'm not saying they're a team member, but they contributed in some way, or they gave information to this report to help them. So they're included in that. I would say it would be safe to say they're included. Somebody gave a phone call over to MICA, DTC, at least that. So they collaborated at least in that way to make this 68-page report. And those are the cryptos that are the core. If you got those cryptos, congrats. I don't have the Aave one. Let me see. I don't have Cardano, but I've got Hedera and Ripple and XDC. So, hey, if you got Aave and Cardano, great, because they're in the report. So, me personally, I just don't have anything to do with Aave or Cardano. I'm not saying they're bad. I just don't have anything to do with them. All right. So what I like to do is show you guys, like, that's why I have Caleb Brown, because like the biggest banks in the world are utilizing Fireblocks, and Caleb Brown does too. In this report here, we're talking about the biggest in the world, DTCC and shit like that, right? They kind of told you inadvertently what cryptos you're to buy. I mean, they got like what, four cryptos that are actually utilized in this report. And we know that DTCC is using XDC. I just showed you that evidence. They don't have to say it. I got the evidence. So we got about 5. If you got all those 5, congrats. Or if you got one of them, like I'm saying, like you want to spread it out a little, at least get like 2, you know. Let's go on to the next. Let me delete some of these articles here so I get some space on my screen. Stablecoin. World Bank. We'll get rid of that one. That's another subject. Okay. Let me click out of that one. Okay, next. Sample report. Now, here's something called Aave, A-A-V-E. I want you to see this. This. They list cryptos in this right here. Something's going to launch that's really big. And I want to show you which cryptos they're utilizing. S. Haribe 1, thank you very much for that tax-free donation. Appreciate that. Then you got SRIBE1, member for 22 months. Damn, almost 2 years. Wow. Appreciate your work. Thanks, Hulk and Crypto Hulk members. Okay, here's another list of some cryptos you might want to look into. Aave Labs, AAVE Labs, launches something called Horizon. It offers institutional stablecoin borrowing against tokenized real-world assets. Horizon enables stablecoin loans backed by U.S. tokenized treasuries and institutional funds. Who are the partners in this? Circle, that runs on Stellar, VanEck, Chainlink, that's a Ripple partner. Let's take a look. There's that one. And there's that. Okay, what I want you to know is this Project Horizon, look, these projects ain't nothing good. They're all built on XRP, XDC, and XLM. All these motherfuckers. That's the only reason all this shit's happening is because they're all running. They're starting to all run on those 3 cryptos I just showed you. Here's the first one there. Circle runs on what? Says Stellar, doesn't it? Okay. But Crypto Hulk, it runs on other things. But that other shit's not interoperable, is it? Oh, you're right, Crypto Hulk. It's not. Okay. Don't ask that stupid shit, all right? It's Stellar. I don't own Stellar. I don't like Stellar. It doesn't matter. You need to own it. Don't copy me, all right? Next, Ripple partners with Chainlink. So see how this fucking shit works? Hey, Horizon and Aave, they can come out with all kinds of fucking shit, right? Okay. It ain't going to work unless it's running on the 3Xs. Everything will run on the 3Xs. Here's Allbridge. I talked to a guy yesterday on my $500 club. He says he owns Allbridge. I'm like, hey, awesome. Congratulations. That's the first one I heard that owns that. Here's your article right here. Stellar has something called Allbridge. That's why Ethereum, Solana, CeeLo, Polygon, anything running on any of that shit, it's Stellar. Circle runs on Stellar. Yes, Circle runs on other things. It's not like Allbridge. Who invented Stellar? Jed McCaleb. What else did Jed McCaleb help invent? Ripple, XRP. The guy's a fucking genius, okay? Circle runs on all different cryptos, okay, but there's only one Jed McCaleb. None of those other fucking cryptos that Circle runs on is worth a pile of shit, okay? Circle has got Stellar backing it up, and that's Jed McCaleb, who's the fucking boy wonder genius, okay, who invented all this shit. So there's no other crypto that Circle's running on that's worth a shit, okay? Yes, it runs on other cryptos. Totally got it. I tell you that every single time. Is there anything that comes close to Stellar? No, nothing comes close, all right? I'm really beginning to think that Circle is the stablecoin of Stellar. But I know that I'm not right, but it's just my gut keeps telling me that. So if we look here, the launch partners for Aave, again, Circle, which I just translate as Stellar. You got VanEck, Chainlink, Ripple partner. Then you got Wisdom Tree, okay? Aave Labs announced the official launch of Horizon on Wednesday, a new institutional platform built on, you know what, that enables borrowing of stable coins against tokenized real-world assets, such as treasuries and collateralized loans. It's built on a permissioned instance of Aave v3. Horizon is designed to offer capital efficient 24/7. It's all running on Stellar and Ripple and XDC. Qualified, this is for institutions right here. This borrowing, this Horizon platform. Now, here's a name of some cryptos that some we have gone over and some you have foolishly pumped and dumped and left. And now you're going to end up, after all these months, you're going to start regretting all these little dump shits that, hey, hold some. You need to hold some of the crypto. Here we go. What's one of the cryptos, Crypto Hulk? Centrifuge. Oh, shit. We went over that like a month and a half ago. Nobody wanted to hold on to that thing, right? Oh, I got it. I got Centrifuge. It's only going to be like the future of the stock market and shit. Not a big deal. Centrifuge, Superstate, Circle, Ripple Labs Stablecoin, Ant Digital Technologies. That's the Chinese. That's also a Ripple partner. Ant, Alibaba, Alipay. That's Ripple. Okay. Ethena, Kaio, K-A-I-O, Open Eden, Securitize is involved in this. Van Eck, WisdomTree, Chainlink, Ripple Partner. These are all that's going on in Horizon. I own Centrifuge and Ripple in this group. So I got a couple of these. Let's see right here. Okay, that's good enough. Let me check the comments here. Out of those, Hulk, what about Wormhole? What about it? I need more Centrifuge and money to get it. What I do is I take loans out. If I need some, I've always taken loans out and you just pay them back. That's how I got my XRP. I took out a loan for about 2.5 months worth of my paychecks and just dumped it into XRP and bought it. XRP starting at about 14 cents all the way up to 27 cents. I said, I'm out. I'm overpriced. I'm out. So I bought all my shit 5 years ago. Some of these people are still now backing the truck up. I'm like, why? You've been on the air for 7 years and you're an XRP maxi. Why didn't you just go all in and take a loan out and buy like 100,000 XRPs back 7 years ago? Wouldn't that have made sense? But these people are fucking stupid. They'd rather dollar cost average and pay $1.50, $2, $2.90. I was buying all my XRP for like an average of 18 cents. That's what I do. I'm not trying to fuck with XRP when it's $2.90, especially after I've been into crypto for 5 years. I'm buying all this shit when it's cheap. Bam. People are like, oh, don't take a loan out for crypto. That's stupid. You know what's stupid is you. That's what's stupid. I got all my XRP and I paid about 19 cents on average for each one. You got this jackass online telling people, oh, I'm backing the truck up. XRP's dipping at $2.90. I'm like, that's so fucking stupid. I was buying mine at 19 cents. What an asshat. These people are so fucking stupid that make these YouTube videos. I swear to God. How much time do we got? Okay, 18 minutes. Cool. Let me look. Ripple partners with Chainlink. Let me get rid of that. Oh, this is interesting right here. Circle. Man, I saw this one a couple days ago. USD Circle and XDC Network. They're joining together. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. Let's read this. This is from Circle. We're excited to announce that USDC and the CCTP version 2 are coming soon to the XDC network. I'm telling you what, that XDC, it's 8 cents. They got it on Caleb Brown. You need to buy it like right meow. XDC network. I love it. I think probably on Caleb Brown, my number one crypto that I have money in is HBAR. My number 2 one's XDC. Just thought I'd let you know. I've got the same number of XRP as XDC. As Hedera, HBAR. Let's say I have 20,000 XRP. I got 20,000 HBAR. Same numbers. We're excited to announce that USDC XDC network is a layer 1 blockchain optimized for global trade, finance, real-world asset tokenization. and enterprise payments. It offers low-cost, high-throughput infrastructure with Ethereum virtual machine capability and supports an ecosystem of over 175 apps. Since its mainnet launch in 2019, now the XDC network, let me tell you something, it's all Chinese. Just like with, I'm not showing all the evidence right now. You can go on my posts section. Let's do that right now. Hold on a minute. I'm going to show you what no other channel has. I got the only fact-based channel. Let's take a look at the post section. And we got to go back about a year. All right, there it is right there. 3 months ago. My bad. False alarm. Okay, let me get back here. I want to find a better one. I'll tell you what is interesting is look through my posts section of all the stuff that I got in here. It's pretty cool. The evidence that I have that no other channel has. There's a good amount of work in this thing. Here's the link right here. It's a little tricky to read. Here we got Zinfin. Now I'm going to show you zinfin.org. Okay, first thing, let's look at the photo of Zinfin. It's called Zinfin. Now, what you notice, a lot of people say, but Crypto Hulk, the XDC Foundation and shit, all that's from Singapore. Okay, look at this fucking picture. We have something called Zinfin, capital markets, algorithmic trading, prime brokerage consultants. Zinfin works with senior executives at financial services items to help them unlock value, build growth. Okay, here we clearly have a Zinfin page. But what do we have on what country's flag is covering half this picture almost? The Chinese flag. Okay. So I'm just putting that out there. There you go. Because I always get people like Zinfin's a Singaporean company. Well, if it's a Singaporean country, why the fuck do we have a Chinese flag over it? Wouldn't it make sense to have a Singaporean flag? Yes, it would. So you can say whatever you want. I don't care. You can show me the webpage. I don't care. Now, here's the XDC network. Look right here where it says Get XDC. XDC is the currency of what? The Zinfin, the currency of Zinfin. So now we know that XDC and Zinfin are hooked up, and we got the Chinese flag. Okay. I know this is not what you want to see or I want to see, but that's just what it is. So that's the connection right there. Very interesting. See, it's all that shit's all connected. All right. So that's where we're getting at with XDC on this article. You got Circle building on top of the XDC network. I just showed you that the XDC network has a crypto called XDC. It's the currency of Zinfin. Then I traced Zinfin back to China. Nobody has that except you. Nobody has a Zinfin page with the Chinese flag on it except you and Crypto Hulk, okay? That's how I run this channel, just straight up facts, okay? Now, I don't like the fact that China's mixed up in this, but then again, I showed you Ripple China already, huh? I can't do anything with that, and that's just how it goes. Let me click out of that. Look, there is something. Okay, Ripple and China hooked up together. So The governments are mixed up in this. This is something that you're not going to hear at a Ripple conference. Ripple's going to have some conference and never talk about any of the shit we're talking about right now. That would expose Ripple. Everybody would see that Ripple is actually the government. Here's my evidence here for part of it. I have so much evidence on this Ripple China stuff. Look right there. What do we see? Go to the 36-second mark. 36. What do we see? Ripple China. You see the CNY. What is that? Chinese yuan, 2013. What is this? Ripple, the United States government, the top 5 families of the world, whatever you want to call, whatever the fuck Ripple is, they're involved with the Chinese. That's the Chinese cryptocurrency. The Chinese government had a crypto 12 years ago that nobody knew about, but I'm telling you right now, I've only been the only person on the internet talking about this for 3 years, okay? Ripple is not this, oh, let's meet David Schwartz. This whole thing's a fucking scam, okay? This whole crypto thing, it's a scam to get everybody as a slave. That's where this all ends up. Now, let's look here real quick. What time do I got? I'm going to try to squeeze. Okay, look at this right here. I want to show you what's going on. Here we go with China again, okay? You guys will find out in the end. People will look back in the end and say, damn, Crypto Hawk was right. This whole China, United States, all this Ripple shit, this is all like a government ops to fool everybody. This Crypto Hawk guy was the only one who's just staring at it, being like, can you guys see this? Can you fucking see this? Nobody else, no other channel seeing this. They're all talking about like, oh yeah, let's go to the Ripple conference and take pictures of Brad Garlinghouse. That is so fucking stupid. The government people are laughing their asses off at how fucking stupid people are that go to Ripple conferences and shit like that. They're saying, wow, we got these people thinking that Ripple's like a movement. Oh, it is. It's a movement by the government to turn you into a fucking slave. And these people are like, yeah, go Ripple. Yeah, I want to be a slave. Make me a slave. I'm just like, wow. All right. The title of this article is ANT, A-N-T, and Standard Chartered. Now, let me show you first. Zodia Custody. Standard Chartered is a Ripple partner, and it goes all the way back like 8 years ago. But here's your first piece of evidence. Standard Chartered uses something called Zodia Custody, which is Ripple's Medico. So Standard Chartered, there's your article right there showing you Standard Chartered back Zodia Custody joins Ripple. And they're using Medico for custody. It tells you right there. Okay, so there's that evidence there. I already showed you the Ripple China, right? Okay. Now, here's a Wikipedia page breaking down so you better understand what is Ant, what is Alibaba, what is Alipay. Let's take a look real quick. The Ant Group, because remember in this article here, it says Ant and Standard Chartered, they're testing bank to wallet. Oh, damn crypto. See what I'm saying? All this Ripple China stuff is now coming together. All of it's coming together. What is the Ant Group? It's a Chinese company formerly known as Ant Financial. It's a member of the Alibaba Group. That's bigger than Amazon. The group owns the world's largest mobile digital payment system called Alipay. Now, that is very interesting because I'm going to show you something right here. Let me make a little video. I'm making a video during a live stream. How about that? When's the date on that? October 2019. Now, let me show you this. No other channel has this information. Straight up, fact-based channel. I'm making a video. And let's just post it right away. Let me go to my channel. I'm going to go to my channel and go to videos. Won't stop. Don't stop. Maybe it'll be under short. No. Maybe it'll show up now. Oh. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think it's quite loaded yet. Well, I'm loaded, but not the video. I'm loaded with all kinds of alcohol and drugs. That's how we do it. Okay, I think the video is loaded. If you wanted to go to my video section. Well, it's still not showing up on my computer. Okay, there it is. It's loaded. It's a 9-second video. If you look right there, go to the, just like when it first starts off, Ripple China timeline. On June 27, 2013, the Ripple China Trading Center was launched, and users can recharge through Alipay. That's what we just read. Remember, Ant Financial joins with Standard Chartered Ripple partner. Alipay was a Ripple partner, and I show you on this video right here. Go up to the 3-second mark, 3 second, and you'll see October 2014. Bam, fact-based channel. So what do we got here? We've got, let's go back to the original article, Ant, which is ANT, which is Alibaba, which is Alipay, which is a Ripple partner from 2014. I just showed you that. And they're working with Standard Chartered. I just showed you where Standard Chartered has Zodiac Custody, which is Ripple. So Ripple is all up in this mix. And look at the news. Oh, look, AntPay or Ant is going to work with Standard Chartered. And what are they going to do? Test bank to wallet payment offerings. Now, how do we know? Well, I want to show you something else. See, Ripple already has a wallet. Let's go back to here. Ripple's had a wallet since 2014. That'll be Ripple Singapore. Now I'm not able to locate it. Okay, here's what I'll do. Fuck it. All right. Here we go. That's a long video. Okay, no. Here's a short video. Okay. Okay, this video, go to the 2-minute, 40-second mark. Hold on a minute. Copy. 2-minute, 40-second. There we go. What do we have here? We see a Ripple logo, don't we? And then we see Ripple Singapore, gold and silver in your wallet. I've shown this many times. It expands out on other videos. What I'm trying to show you here is this. Ripple already had a wallet. It was back in 2014. It was called Ripple Singapore. You had gold, silver, crypto, all kinds of stuff. These other channels, they have no idea. Okay, that's why you watch this channel to know. So when we look at this article here, Ant and Standard Chartered, both of these are Ripple partners. Ant's been a Ripple partner since 2014. They're utilizing Ripple Custody, which is Medico with Zodiac Custody, and they got wallets. Ripple already has a wallet. I just showed you. They had it for at least the past 11 years, okay? So what we're looking at here is they're trying to make it look like, oh, some Chinese company is testing wallets with Standard Chartered. That's not correct. This, like I told you already, this shit has been done and tested for 12 years. Ripple is putting out all this shit, making it look like, yeah, we're going to do this next year. Look, all this shit's already planned out. This whole Ripple thing, I'm not going to badmouth Ripple. It's all these cryptos. The good ones are under control of the government. What we're seeing is like all planned out shit, okay? Ripple's going to announce one day, oh yeah, we have a wallet. You've had wallets for 12 years. Why are you just coming out now and announcing that? So I'm saying all this is done. We have a Ripple liquidity hub. You've already had that. That was Ripple Singapore 12 years ago. You've had Codius already since 2014, 15. All this shit has been done. They're just systematically letting it come out at certain times. Everybody, you got to get the technology. Okay, you got that? Okay, now release this program. The Ripple comes out with, boom, the automated market maker. I've already gone over that shit. That was started with China. Okay. The automated market maker shit, that XLS 20 or 40 or whatever the fuck, that shit was already done. It was called the XMM. I've already shown that one too. That was the Ripple automated market maker. That shit came out 10 years ago. Ripple announces it like 2 years ago. Oh, here's our brand new automated market. Dude, you've had that shit for 10 years. So that's what you have on my program is we find stuff and I show you all this stuff's fake. All right. They're trying to make it look like they're just testing this. Ripple's trying to make it look like this shit is already done. Okay. They're just releasing it at just the right time to make it look like it's like an orchestrated event. If you watch a movie, they've remembered the lines, the scripts, you got the cameras going. That's all that this is. And what my channel is, that's why I'm the most heavily shadow banned program, is because these other channels cannot find or will not spend the time to do what I do on this program, is to prepare you for what's to come. We already know on this channel what's coming. I can't tell you the dates and times, but I'm showing you how, like if we were to go behind the scenes, I'm showing you how it's all put together. I'm showing you what cryptos are the backbone, what countries are the backbone in all of this. They're the early Ripple partners. They get the first mover advantage. And with that, I think that's a wrap. I'm out of here. I'll be heading to Sacramento here shortly, and I'll see you all in my next broadcast.